dungeon train. I had no voice for that, so that's what came out. There you go. So now we know he has, what was it, 4 sayings? Something like
4.
that. Okay.
That's gross. I'm super good, Bam, and... What's the other one? Bray, what's the other one?
That's gross.
I said
We
that.
said that!
I'm sorry!
That was it. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is... I love the idea of this one. They're gonna go to the... some sort of cave, some sort of adventure. Mystery cave. And they come across this train that's going in a circle, and it turns out it's a dungeon train. And you just keep going in a circle. Message.
It's not drugs, it's just gum.
Trying to tell me something?
No, my breath stinks. I don't know about yours. I don't get close enough.
I'll have it after.
I'm trying to be nice.
There's always something about people who are chewing and talking that I used to not mind, but now that I get older, it just seems... When doing a vlog, it seems unpro. You
Really?
ass.
Is that so?
A little bit. Why can't you talk about elephant ass? That's much more professional.
Elephant ass. Sorry, go on.
Say that again.
Elephant ass?
No, the way you said before.
Elephant ass.
Oh, the way that made me laugh. Okay. But we're staying professional. Alright, so they go on this train. It's a dungeon train. It goes around and around, and you just go on each one, defeating a boss and getting loot. And it seems to never end. And you start to figure out, I'm assuming they're saying that the people on there that were being fought were also people that came aboard and became the bosses, it seems like, because they got too addicted.
Yeah.
So Jake sees this is going to happen. There's a little crystal that shows you the future, and he sees that Finn's going to be there as an old man. He just stays there, and Finn doesn't seem to mind. He's like, no, it's great, because, he doesn't have to think about Flame Princess. He doesn't have to think about, the emptiness that he has. He can just keep playing this over and over and over. But then things start to change when Finn sees that Jake is going to stay there with him. He doesn't want that to happen to Jake, so he tells him, oh, it's cool, I'll get off in a few weeks. He's like, no, that's the train talk. He's like, or a week. He says, I'll get off in a week or 2. And Jake says, no, it's the train talk. And Finn's like, no, I'll really do it. Here, look in the crystal. And it shows them washing dishes, and apparently that seemed right. So, yeah, it's pretty solid and it's pretty clever. The only thing that really just genuinely kind of threw me off is why would he stay on for a week or 2? That genuinely threw me off. Does that get continued into the next one or not?
No, I just think it's because he's clearing his mind. Getting back, like he said last episode, he just wants to do some adventuring. He's kind of sick of the love stuff. He wants to get back into adventuring. Last episode, we didn't get any adventuring. This one, that's what he's kind of fulfilling. He's getting that need, that desire for adventuring out of the way.
But couldn't he get it, like, in the mystery cave or something? Or I guess...
I think this is more or less a non-stop thing, where the mystery cave, sooner or later, there'll be an ending. This he can go on as long as he kind of wants to, and then walk away.
Okay, and now he's sure that he can walk away at a certain point, so... I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because it's like, I've known a few people with, like, addictions and stuff, and anytime somebody says...
sorry.
Anytime somebody says, no, it's cool, I'm just gonna do a few more, or this is gonna be it, or something, it rarely is. So that's the one thing that threw me off a little bit, is that because I think he gets addicted to the world pretty much. I mean, they're showing he's gonna stay there, for the rest of his days if he doesn't change something. So that's the only thing that threw me off a little bit. Not to say that, though I guess the other way to look at it is that he's so confident, he's beaten it so well that he knows he can leave in that amount of time and be okay.
Well, I also think that once he saw, like, what's going to happen to Jake, not him, he's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm going to have an awesome life, this is going to be great. Wait, Jake is with me the entire time and he's incredibly miserable? I'm not going to do that to my friend. That's why he says, no, you need to leave, I'm going to be on here for a bit longer, everything will be cool. He's not going to do it to his friend.
Okay, I guess I can say, yeah, because no matter what, that'll always be like, because Jake will always come back at some point, I guess. So, okay, I guess fair enough. What did you take out of this episode? I want to hear what you think first.
Oh, shit.
No,
Is
because
this, in other words, you don't know what to say and you're just going to feed off of what I say?
No-ish. No, it's one of those things where it's like, I sort of look at this and I'm like, boy, I know there's like a couple ways you could sort of look at this or interpret it and stuff, but okay, here's the thing. I'm not a gamer.
Okay.
I used to be, you know, into like whatever, all the old Nintendo games and stuff like that, but since I've gotten out of it, I know gaming is like pretty much bigger now than it's ever been. I mean, it's just huge. And I know that there can be these communities and this world where you can just stay on forever and it can just be like this huge escape. I was thinking maybe that's kind of the lean, you know, that they're going for, but at the same time, we sort of saw that before when he had like the little hymns and the little bubblegums and stuff, and he was sort of doing it, you know, kind of like The Sims or whatever. So I didn't know if that's kind of what they're going for or not, or they're leaning towards, because I don't know if that's like a common thing or not. It's like, you know, do people use like video games to escape, and then they just like to escape from something really painful, and then they just sort of really stay there, like the action game sort of things, not something where you can create another you and like interact with people. I mean, just shoot 'em ups and adventures and stuff. Like I don't know if that's a thing, you know. So, or it could just be like an addiction too. But I seem to recall they've done other episodes about addiction. So I'm not sure if they didn't do those other episodes. I'd probably say it's one of those things that they're trying to lean towards. But because they kind of have already, I wasn't exactly sure what the main focus was supposed to be. I mean, all those elements I'm sure are in there, but what the main focus they're trying to pinpoint is.
Well, I hope you're not asking me if I know what the main focus
Well,
is.
no, I'm
I
just
don't know
curious what,
okay.
you know, you got out of it.
No, I just took it as Finn needed to escape. Finn just kind of needed to get away from everything that's going on and do some adventuring. And it's kind of like, see, I saw the Dungeon Train more as like the Final Fantasy series, stuff like that, where, and I'm a huge fan of the Final Fantasy series. I've played all of them except for 3. Original 3, not American 3. Played all of them, all of that stuff, and I love them, but they bring up something very specific in this. It's the same car, we've done the ants already. And Finn's like, oh no, the other ones were blue, these are red. That's something that is common in Final Fantasy, you know, or even Dragon Warrior, or, you know, the like, where, oh, it's the same monster, they're just colored different, and they're kind of called something else. So I don't know if it's necessarily a knock at the Final Fantasy games or not, but that's very much what it is. You know, you fight one slime or flan, and there's like 4 different ones, and they're just different colors. Yes, they have different powers, in a sense, but they're still kind of the same. Excuse me. So I took it more as that he's just kind of going into an extensively long video game session, and after a while, you know, a couple weeks, he will be pulling out of it, and he'll be fine. It's not something he's going to be in forever. I mean...
Well, not anymore now that he...
Well, yeah. Well, like Final Fantasy, there's a beginning and an end. Most online gaming, there's no true ending. You can kind of just keep going and going and going. So with this, I think it was more, oh, look, here's an adventure starting, and there will be an end to this sooner or later.
Even though technically it doesn't act, he's going in a circle, but he can...
For the player themselves. Like Final Fantasy, yeah, you can run around doing side quests or continue to level up or whatnot, but once you just finish the full-on plot line, it's over. Well, over.
Yeah.
That's my guess. And
well, what's the line Noah had? He said, you know, Final Fantasy, the title that has no idea what the word final means because they keep making sequel after sequel.
Well, actually, no. My only problem with that is, up until 10, they were final. Each game is its own self-contained world. None of them were sequels of the past ones.
I know nothing about Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 1 had nothing to do with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 had nothing to do with any of the others. None of them have anything to do with anything else, up until 10, when they made 10-2. So they were actually the Final Fantasy for that.
Learn something new every day.
Maybe Noah should do a little bit more research before he speaks.
Oh, that's... now you're gonna have, like, his fans, like, all over you. How dare you!
But that's the truth, though. It's not like I'm even lying.
Well, no, I mean, it's
Well, now Final Fantasy has gone bonkers, and they've made sequels for a ton of this stuff.
Yeah, that's
stupid.
I never got like the. I mean, now I kind of understand now that you explained it because I would see like a 12.2 or a 12.3, and I didn't get it. So okay, now I see each individual one was supposed to be exactly that, like its own condition.
Final Fantasy VIII is just Final Fantasy VIII. You know, there will be like bleeding over characters, or kind of, when I say characters, it's like, oh, there'll always be some character named Sid in pretty much every Final Fantasy game, but it's not the same Sid.
Okay.
It's just kind of a little nod. It's a running gag, if you will.
Okay.
But I'm not looking to start a fight. I'm just having fun.
But
no, that's what I took this as. More as that type of role-playing game. Not Zelda. Anyone that says it reminds them of Zelda.
That's actually all I was thinking of.
Foolish person.
That's all I thought of when watching it. But I know it's not. Like I said, but I'm telling myself, okay, I know there's other games that come out that are probably more similar than this. You know?
Well, my problem is that anytime someone says role-playing game, first thing that pops in their head is Zelda. I like Zelda. Zelda's the only role-playing game I know. Stop it. There's like 10 billion out there that are so much better and so much more well-written and not as so complicated as the Zelda world is. Zelda should be Final Zelda. It should just stop.
Just stop, and I stopped after like 3.
Okay, Link to the Past was a great one.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Ocarina of Time, I think that's where it should have stopped.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Like, that's the big, like maybe Twilight Princess, but before. Okay, we're getting really sidetracked here. Okay, so the only other thing I could read then, what you were saying, is that you need time to escape, just sort of breathe and, just do some adventuring, just sort of time to himself,
Mind-numbing activities.
Yeah, so it's still a hobby, still something to keep him active. But if he doesn't keep it in check, he could get stuck there as well. So it's good to have something to return to, something to come back to, and he does. He has Jake.
Exactly.
Okay, so that kind of makes sense. Like, it's good to have a hobby. It's good to have something else to get your mind off of. Keep your mind active. Don't keep it depressed. Don't keep it sad. But don't get stuck there either. Still have something to come back to.
Well, like when I'm playing a video game, and all of a sudden after a while I'll be like, oh crap, I gotta pick up Bree from school. 3 hours late. But, I mean, it's something to come back to. I remember. Did I pick her up? Yes.
She's over there unless you've been throwing your...
Oh, crap! Damn it. I forget my child exists every once in a while.
Wow, you're a great parent.
Oh, so did you notice in this episode?
Arm? Like...
He had the arm again.
Did he?
Yeah.
I missed that. Where did he have it? Was it one of the extra things they had?
When he's old.
Oh! No, I missed that.
When he's old, he's got the mechanical arm again.
Wow. I'm so wondering if that, if that's just sort of like a running gag now, or a running thing, or if they have to or if they're actually planning that with something. Now I'm really, really curious if they're ever going to do something with it.
I mean, it's very brief and you only see it briefly, but...
You're going to show me right now?
Yeah, well, we're still talking. The other thing I really thought was kind of neat is the moon he gets, the battle moon.
That circles around, that thing? I love that thing.
Because also in the future shot, it's no longer just a moon, it's a planet with its own moon.
Oh, that I didn't notice either.
I thought that was really... just so neat. I'm like, that's freaking funny.
Actually...
See, look at his arm.
Oh, you're right. Okay, it's not...
And
there's not the exact arm. Oh, you're right, and there's the... Okay, I'm getting sidetracked.
No, okay, but yeah, he just saw.
But, actually, the one line I really liked in this, I don't know why it's... I don't even know if you can say it's the throwaway line or whatever, but I like what Jake is saying there. He's looking at the stars. I love that thing waits until morning to attack him. There's no point. I love that.
Are you going to attack me?
Yeah, and then waits until the morning. It's like, I knew it. It's why wait till the morning? I really like when he's just looking at the stars. He just says, what my kids are doing right now. I don't know why I really like that. And maybe that does harken back to what you were saying about, like, Finn will go back because he has somebody there waiting for him. He has Jake.
Yeah.
He has somebody there to, to go back to.
Yeah.
He has something important outside of this. So actually... Yeah, maybe there is more to this than I kind of thought there was. See, that's why I liked talking about it with you, because that way we could talking about, because I thought it was just sort of like a, hey, you can get addicted to, you know, whatever, other realities don't and stuff, but no, now I see it as like, this is, especially after a breakup or just losing something that was very close, it's okay to have something to occupy your mind, you know, a hobby or something to keep you active, just don't get stuck there. Have something to go back to. That's more important.
Finn's going back to what he's really good at. He's good at dungeon crawls. He was not really good at love, but he's really good at, you know, dungeons and defeating monsters. So he's going back to what he's really good at.
But at the same time, that's not what matters most. What matters most is Jake, his friends, people, you know, something to go back to. So
exactly.
That makes sense. No, it's actually a good episode, isn't it?
Meow. Yeah, your breath does stink.
Sorry. Shut your ears. Shut your ears. Shut. Come on. Go plug your ears.
God damn.
Do it. All right.
This is going so awesome! Bam! I'm super good!
Okay, unplug him.
I wonder what my kids are doing right now.